The Waltons are the richest people on earth. Their net worth is valued at over $500 billion. They did not get that rich from running supermarkets. In 1953, Sam Walton was running a small chain of stores across Arkansas. This is a decade before he opens any Walmarts. The first Walmart opens in 1962. The picture behind me shows Sam Walton on his wedding day to Helen Robson in 1943. Helen's father was Leland Robson. He was a banker, a lawyer, a politician, and a rancher in Oklahoma. After they got married, Leland gave Sam a $25,000 loan to open his first store. Leland also showed Sam how to structure that business in a way that saved the family on tax. So they structured the business as a family partnership, an LLC. LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. This kind of structure defines the company as a separate legal person with its own rights. In the United States, LLCs don't pay income tax as a company. Instead, the profits pass through to the owners, who then are supposed to pay tax on their share. When Sam Walton died in 1992, this structure saved the family $9 billion in estate taxes. The structure is simple. Sam and Helen own 20%, and each of their children, they conveniently had 4, got 20%. By transferring ownership to their infant children, before there was even a Walmart, they avoid estate tax altogether and transferred billions straight to the next generation. This structure means that this family pays no inheritance tax ever on the largest fortune in human history. The history of the LLC as a structure is interesting. It goes back to the East India Trading Company. This is the same company structure that colonizers used. To deepen your understanding of what happens when a company is defined legally as having the same rights as a person, you can watch this documentary called The Corporation. Walton Enterprises LLC owns 50% of Walmart's stock. When the Walmarts have a good year, the Waltons use that extra profit to buy back their own stock from the public market. Walmart pays their workers $17.50 an hour, and they have 1.4 million workers. Company profits could be reinvested to raise wages, improve worker living conditions. Walmart could be lowering prices for consumers or investing in their facilities. No. All these people do is buy back stock. The Waltons have spent over $20 billion just buying Walmart stock over the last few years. You might think, but the stock market is open to everyone. Anyone can buy Walmart shares. That makes it fair. Anybody can buy stock. But who actually owns it? Gallup did a study on this last year, and they found that while 62% of Americans own some stock in some form, among households that earn over $100,000 a year, 87% of people had stock. And in households that earn under $50,000 a year, 28% held stock. 70% of white adults own some kind of stock, but only 50% of black adults do, and only 38% of Hispanic adults do. Among college graduates, 84% of them had some kind of stock, and among those with high school only, 42% of them owned stock. So there's already asymmetry in stock. But why are the Waltons buying it back? Imagine a pizza cut into 10 slices. You own 5 slices. That's 50% of the pizza. Now imagine the pizza shop buys back 2 slices and puts them in the bin. Now this pizza only has 8 slices, but you still own 5. So the value of your pizza slices has just gone up because the owner threw 2 in the bin. That is what happens every time the Waltons buy Walmart stock. The people who own Walton stock see the value of their pizza slice go up for absolutely nothing. And who is the biggest owner of Walmart pizzas? The Walton family themselves. Walmart don't offer any kind of profit share. to their workers. And instead of reinvesting their profits back into the company to make the working lives, or dare I say it, personal lives of their employees safer, more dignified? No. But they don't just go and enjoy it either. They don't just take that money and flash it around. They use their profits to make themselves structurally richer. The pizza shop throws 2 perfectly good slices of pizza in the bin just to make the value of the ones that are left increase. If a pizza shop in Manhattan was throwing 2 slices out of every pie into the bin just to make the other slices more expensive, you wouldn't buy from that business. Yet that is what the Waltons are doing every day with America's groceries. In just one quarter, quarter 1, 2025, they spent $4.6 billion on buybacks, pizza slices to throw in the bin. Fairness on the stock market is an illusion. Just because you can buy 1 share of Walmart on your Robinhood app does not mean this is a fair system. You will only ever own the tiniest fraction. You will never be able to buy enough Walmart stock to take away their influence and power. The system is open the way a casino is open. Yeah, sure, anybody can walk in. But 2 things are true. 1, the house will always win. And 2, the more money you walk in with, the higher your odds of success. This is Audrey Walton. In the year 2000, she won a case against the IRS that has become a template for the ultra-wealthy. Audrey created 2 trusts, and she put Walmart stock into both of them. She named her daughters as the beneficiaries. The IRS said that these were gifts and that they were worth $3.8 million each. Audrey and her lawyers argue that actually they're worth nothing. And the tax court sided with Audrey. That ruling established that you could give a gift with $3.8 million worth of stock inside, and for tax purposes, it would be valued at 0 if the annuity was large enough. So if you have enough shares, suddenly the IRS can't see them anymore. That mechanism is now called the Walton GRAT. GRAT is just the name of the trust structure, Grantor Retained Annuity Trust. Now, more than half of America's most wealthy families are using some kind of a GRAT to transfer wealth without gift tax. The Waltons do not keep all of their money in Walmart stock. They have a number of what's called diversified financial vehicles. This is just empire language for a system that extracts wealth from multiple sources while avoiding accountability or oversight. They even have their own bank. The Walton Family Foundation is not a charity. It is a tool for reshaping public systems in ways that align with their private interests. Example, since 1997, the Walton Foundation has invested over $335 million in charter schools. A charter school is paid for by your taxes, but run by a private board. The Waltons have funded 1 in 4 charter schools in America. In 2016, they announced that they were going to spend another $1 billion over 5 years in charter schools. And in 2025, they expanded again, committing another $400 million to opening charter schools. They are now offering loans to charter schools for their construction. Charter schools operate outside normal public school governance systems. The private board management is really weird, actually. But the Waltons will only fund your charter school if you agree to certain curriculum, if you agree to indoctrinate your children into neoliberal economics. This family has a huge amount of influence over what millions of American children are being taught, but there is no electoral accountability. They use these philanthropic organizations as a shield to increase their private wealth by directing resources at the institutions that serve their labor pipelines. I'm running out of time, but my full Meet the Waltons investigation is available on my Substack, allymacforever.substack.com.